My sleep has not been very optimal at all. My AC, for some reason, decided to go out again, and then it went out again after that. So that makes 3 times that my AC has officially gone out. And also, my carpet in my bedroom is currently soaked right where my office is because my next door neighbor's fridge is broken. So, sleep's not been on point, but that should not affect this bench session today at all, honestly. I feel pretty good. Currently I have 111 on the bar, which is a little over what I was supposed to do, but I had to round up and everything because it was like 110.8 something. So this is the best we can do with what we have. We don't have anything smaller, so we're just gonna kind of do the double for the day. And then I got back downs. But man, I am tired. But I don't see why we couldn't possibly hit this. So, bench at this point is feeling really good. 102, well, 111 felt really good. I honestly was going into it thinking that chipping it was going to be a mistake, but I made it. So we're going to work on the back downs now, which I'm going to chip again. We're going to chip the back downs too. I don't know how that's going to feel just yet, but if it feels anything like my top set, we're going to have a good day. And so, as far as back downs go, I think, I don't know, we might take them a little easier today, but considering it's mostly just legs and shoulders, I don't think there's a need for that, but I don't know. We'll check it out when we get over there. And so for these back downs, I really want to focus on keeping my ass on the bench because I noticed during the top set that I was kind of failing at that a little bit. So we're gonna get into that bar and we're gonna make sure that the butt doesn't leave the bench. And those pauses today were excellent. Something that I need to work on a lot, so good to see that I'm making progress there. And I'm still loving the max grip. I implemented that during my last prep. Man, I'll tell you what, I don't know how I've been benching, or how I used to bench with that narrow grip that I used to bench with. Because this just feels so much better. Shoulders feel better. I can arch more. And I can just really wedge into the bar a little bit. So, I think the max grip is never going to change. We're going to keep that in there for a long time. And I'm hoping at this meet that I can at least hit a red, a blue, and then some silvers on there as well. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but I also want to, if I can, I want to even try to go for 2 reds, which I'm feeling pretty confident that I can, but I don't know. Sometimes your body has different plans. So I'm gonna get these sets done pretty quickly because I have the 0.5 chips on there. And for some reason, game day only has like 3 of them, which is an odd number of them. So anytime that I'm using them, someone else doesn't get to use them. So I'm just gonna try to run through these sets as fast as possible and then return those chips. Now that that's over, I can kind of switch over to, honestly, one of my favorite accessory days. I love hitting legs. I love training lower body as a whole. So So I got the A7s on. I don't have the machine loaded up yet, but we're gonna hit some legs and some shoulders. But honestly, now that the bench session's over, I feel pretty good about it. Surprised I was even able to chip it today. But I think next week, because this is the last week of the strength block, I think next week we're gonna hit some really heavy singles and it's gonna feel pretty good. So I'm excited for it. But I don't know what's gonna be up here on YouTube, but I do know that all of it's on my Instagram, all of it's gonna be on the TikTok. So if you wanna go check all that stuff out there, you'll be able to see it. And so I'm gonna load up, I'm thinking 3 plates today. And we're just gonna do the accessory work, and I'm gonna make sure that Lara's not being a weirdo here. So now that I've spent an eternity getting my knee sleeves off, it's time to destroy my quads even more. Got this quad extension machine, which it's not my favorite one out there, but it's pretty decent. And I think we're gonna either do some unilaterals or possibly just do regular quad extensions on these. I don't know. But yeah, last week I did unilaterals. It honestly just depends on the week, how I feel. Right now I don't feel like my quads are particularly imbalanced, so I can honestly do with a little less unilateral work for at least the time being. So I might just switch over and do normal quad extensions for the day with just both legs. Especially since this machine is so uncomfortable to do the unilateral stuff with it. So I'll probably just load it that way. I had Bulgarian split squats in my program for a short period of time. I might, right now at this point in the prep, it's a little late to really do any kind of change there and put those back in. But I think after this prep is over, we're gonna definitely be hitting the unilaterals a lot harder than we are right now. So we're just gonna throw on somewhere around 160 pounds on this and just absolutely destroy our quads. Absolutely destroy the quads today. So in case you're wondering why I'm so sweaty right now, it's because I just spent a good solid 15 minutes trying to get these pins to align properly so I can get 160 pounds loaded on here. Because this machine, for some reason, it is really hard to get those pins to go in all the way. So I spent a whole ton of time just trying to get the pin in there. Now I can finally actually do my set. So yeah, that's why. But now that I got it in there, I am not changing it. All right, so a minute ago, off camera, I was just messing around with Lara, and usually when I throw this little toy for her, she doesn't miss when I tell her to catch it. Well, Today, she has not been doing too well with it. Let's see if she'll actually catch it this time. Ready, set, catch. Yeah, there you go. You finally caught it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Want to go again? Go again. Here, drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Nope. No. Drop the toy. Drop it. You're gonna make me play, aren't you? Okay. Give it to me. Give me the toy. Lara, give it to me. Give it. Hey. All right. You caught it once, but can you do it twice? Nope. There you go. And there we go. It's confirmed. She can catch. You know, I find it crazy that there was a point in time where I hated on the seated calf raise because I couldn't load a lot of weight on it. Because looking back, I really did myself a disservice, especially with my ankle mobility. I probably definitely could have been slightly more mobile. Wouldn't have had so many issues with my squat, all because I just chose not to do seated calf raise. The seated calf raise is something that more powerlifters should be doing, and I have been making it a goal of mine, especially since moving down to Austin and everything, to really push this exercise. I may not be the strongest at it, I may not be able to load 5, 6 plates on it, but man, I'll tell you one thing, you definitely know when you're not doing the movement correctly, and you can also feel every single little imbalance in it. And you can just really figure that out. So I think it's crazy that for the longest time I've just never been huge on doing it. And now I'm doing it every week. I think it's been over a year since I've done any kind of standing calf raise. I've only stuck to the seated stuff. And it's been feeling good. My ankle mobility has never felt better. I'm also doing a lot of drills outside of training that have helped with it. But this has definitely been something that's really helped out a lot. And also just being outside more because of this little dog has helped out a lot too. Growing up, I was never really big on going outside, so yeah, just moral of the story, go outside and also do calf raises, I guess. I think it's kind of funny. This is also another one of those exercises I really did not like when I first started out in the gym. Man, things change when you get into powerlifting, I guess. Because this exercise, like literally just doing these side laterals on a cable machine, for some reason I never liked it. But I finally got the form down, really started paying attention to it. Now I honestly like it better than the dumbbells. It feels good. I've started using this wrist attachment so I'm not holding on to the handles when I'm doing the lift. And I feel it a lot more in the shoulder now, in the side delt, well, yeah, in the delts, where it's supposed to be felt. So that's something that's really helped build up my bench. And it's just made squat feel a lot better, just being able to move that muscle in that way. So, honestly, if you don't like an exercise at some point in your training, I would say take some time, go do something else that you do like, it feels good to you. Take the time to learn the concepts of the movement. Take those concepts that you learn from that break, come back and apply it to the movement that you don't like. Trust me, you'll feel a lot better doing it that way. So after this exercise, pretty much just have rear delt flies. I might do them on the pec deck machine rather than on the benches, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel when I get finished. And then after this session, I'm gonna go home, check to see if they fixed my AC and my carpet. Because they might have to tear that out, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna take her over to the park, just hang out. Probably won't get to do any gaming tonight, so I'm gonna go look at the this footage on this camera. I'll talk more about that in a second. So, yeah, let's get this. I almost forgot to mention that I was recently able to trade my Sony ZV-E10 body of the camera to the ZV-E1. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make on the YouTube end of things, but if those of y'all notice something different about the video, well, if you notice something different about the videos, it's pretty much what it is. And also the fact that I now threw in Lara Cam during half the video, probably. So you don't just have to watch me do my sets every single time, because I know that's boring for some. But yeah, we got this last set to hit. It's honestly one of those other exercises on my used to hate list, but now love. So it's good to see that this is back in my rotation of exercises that I use. And it feels pretty good. I haven't used this exercise in a long time, mainly because a lot of the gyms I went to didn't have access to this machine until I switched over to game day. So now that I have this machine, I can kind of use it again, and I can do a lot more with it. I usually would just use it just for I usually just use it for like the chest flies, but using it to work rear delts and traps and everything has been a fun experience. Oh. And there goes my timer, so I better get this set done. So now that the workout's pretty much done, I'm gonna go check on the chaos that is my apartment. I don't know if they've started tearing out the carpet or not, or if they've even started working on the repairs for the other dude's refrigerator. But man, this has just been weird. It's been a weird past week. But overall, it's affected the workout very little. I feel like I'm making progress. But now we're gonna go home, check to see what kind of chaos my apartment is in. My office is currently in my kitchen, which is not ideal because I like to cook. It's been interesting to deal with that. Especially when it came to uploading my video, I had to sit on one of my little bar stools, which, that is not an office chair. That's not meant to be an office chair. That's a eating chair. It's not very comfortable for long-term just sitting and editing and whatnot. So, I'm gonna go home. This fatso is ready to go. I'm ready to go. I need to make food in my kitchen that is also my office. And get ready for more bench. Man, benching 4 times a week is a pain. I don't get how some of these people can bench 5-6 days a week. Because I can only really do 4 at the most. But hey, bench is progressing. I'm hoping to honestly hit up into the 120s on my peak. And so we're just gonna get through the rest of this peak week. Well, not peak week. We're gonna get through the rest of this strength block, and we'll start kind of messing around with a lot more singles and just lifting heavier shit. So I'm gonna get packed up and we're gonna get out of here. I also got a new pre-workout coming today. I'm excited to open that up, give that a try. So I'm gonna head home, then go check and see if that pre has arrived. And also, what kind of stuff do you want to see on this page? Because I honestly, especially with the off season coming up, I don't really have much to really prep for. And I'm also gonna be out at the gym for about a week because after the meet, I'm going to get this tattoo sleeve done. So, well, not done, I don't know. It might be done, but I'm gonna get more work done on it. And then, so I might be out of the gym quite a few times during the off season. So, I don't know. We'll figure out kind of what we want to do going forward. Maybe going and filming at other gyms, you know, trying some other stuff, but for the most part, I'm going to be working on my powerlifting stuff too. I'm going to try to build up, put a little bit more size on, because I'm currently sitting at like 98 kilos, and yeah, I'd want to be a little more heavier before I start competing again. So, yeah, well, that's it for today. Whatever you do, don't end up in a situation like mine where your apartment is soaked and without AC. And yeah, that's it. I'm out of here.